Here's Lopez. Shot is no good. Excellent D that time from Jones. And it's Brook Lopez with the foul. And that'll be his third foul so far.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Looked to me like just a frustration foul. It really kind of sums up the game they're having in general.
Joe Johnson, he's checked in for the Nets. Now here's Beverly. It's Harden with the drive. Back to Beverly. Jones sets the pick for Beverly. He kicks to Jones. Not enough on that one as it misses. The Nets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. There's the feed to Lopez. Uses both hands to slam it down.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Here's Beverly.
And one thing about the NBA, there are a ton of siblings currently playing in the league. Some on the same team, some on opposing sides, but there must be over a half a dozen sets of siblings.
Now here's Ariza. Dish now to Beverly. Just 3 to shoot, and it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
As you said, Greg, there are a ton of sibling pairs in the NBA. Even more, Clark, if you include the D-League.
Well, you start with the Plumlees, the Gasols, the Teagues, Zellers. For twins, you have the Lopez twins, Morris twins, the Zellers, Gasols, Teagues, Steph and Seth Curry. Count 2 with the D-League.
That's a lot. That's a lot. Now here's Johnson. It's stolen by Jones. Here's Ariza. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 6 assists now in the game. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Rockets.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
For Houston, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. And another 3 for Houston.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact, straightforward call, simple.
And the Rockets have lost out on some free agent wars the past few years. They have remained competitive, but you wonder what could have been if they landed or kept some of those big names.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Brewer is checked in for Ariza. KJ McDaniels comes in for James Harden. And Ty Lawson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. And a new group in for the Nets. Bargnani is checked in for Lopez. Reed comes in for Johnson. Karasov, who's checked in for Bogdanovich. And it's Larkin in for Donald Sloan. Thomas Robinson, he's checked in for Young. And with the Rockets, it's no secret that they take a very analytical approach to team building. Greg, you and I have talked about that. And Clark, you wonder if that hurts them in free agency.
Well, when your front office makes no qualms about viewing players as simply just assets, it can be a hard sell to a free agent.
Now, here is Robinson. Misses the layup.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Here's Brewer. The three-pointer is right on target.
They just continue to splash home those threes. Eliminating the deep shot has to become priority number 1 for this defense.
Absolutely. You cannot allow a team to have that kind of a rhythm from beyond.
Here's Reed. After the Rockets pick up 3, Karasov, and they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
And their lasers are starting to do their thing. That's going to be the ticket for them the rest of the way.
Now here's Motiejunas. There's a screen by Motiejunas. Here's McDaniels, and misses it off the right side of the rim.
You love the closeout on that possession.
Excellent defense, active, and he made it a very tough shot for him.
Fades away. Adiunas grabs the miss. Adiunas has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Lawson outside. There's the 3. Shot is off. Brooklyn's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Reed a screen. Pass to Bargnani. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Guys, Bargnani was compared to several other international players when he came out. Some said he was Nowitzki. Others thought he might be more like Yao Ming in terms of impact. Ming was the only other player taken 1 overall who had never played high school or college hoops.
And going back to international comparisons, Bargnani was keeping some pace with Nowitzki over his first 5 years, but that's when the injury bug laid into him, and that's not been the case.
You know, and Bargnani was really starting to play great on the offensive end, and defensively, he started to make an impact, but Nowitzki, on the other hand, just kept rising all the way to that true Hall of Fame status. Bargnani still searching.
Karasov, no luck. Houston's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the 4th. Out to the wing. Here's McDaniels. No good with the triple.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
To the left wing. Bargnani against Lawson. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Look at the game Bargnani has been having. He's got 8 points, and when it comes to rebounding, he's had a nice night there, too.
He's not afraid to mix it up there in the middle, getting in there and doing a lot of the dirty work.
Nets were pretty far back from relevance at times last season, as we saw. It took a late season hot streak for them, Greg, to get into the playoff picture.
Yeah, and that was a neck-and-neck race with the Pacers right till the very end. Not exactly what they had in mind at the start of the season, but they did pull through.
And the Rockets making a change here. Thornton's checked in. Now here's Jones. The open shot by Brewer. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. Here's Larkin. Passes to Karasov. Bargnani with the ball. Over to the left wing. Pass to Larkin. 5 to shoot. Jones against Bargnani. Lays it up and banks it in. Bargnani's got 10 points in just the second half.
And, you know, for the Nets, they ended up being bounced out of the first round, fell to the #1 seed Hawks. They put up a good fight against Atlanta and made the series interesting, but still came up short.
Smith's shot is good.
And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. Larkin, the pass to Bargnani. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And for the Nets in the postseason, they did have a good showing despite that early exit. Many people expected the Hawks to sweep, but they took them to 6 games and capped what was an interesting year for Brooklyn overall.
No good on that one. Injuries have certainly taken their toll on Bargnani, culminating in disaster last season. Greg suiting up for only 29 games, the fewest ever in his career.
Yeah, I mean, he had a series of leg injuries, the hammy, the calf. Really unfortunate part about it is that he has so much talent, but yet really to develop that on the floor because of all the issues.
Harden's shot is good.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Here's Sloan. Feeds it to Karasov. The pass to Bargnani. Here's Reed. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That's on Dwight Howard.
And in thinking about Bargnani's impact, he's a guy who can generate points from every spot on the floor. 3-point range, converts at the rim. He's about 7 feet tall, 250 pounds, and shoots free throws like a guard.
Marcus Thornton, he's checked in for Houston. Lawson comes in for Patrick Beverly.
And talking about Bargnani last season, he was actually generating efficient numbers when he was healthy. I mean, way up in field goal percentage, three-point percentage. I would love to see him remain healthy and have a chance to quiet the doubters.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Brown's checked in. Well, looking back on last season, you could see the Rockets were tough at home. They just were relentless at going at teams.
Yeah, how about a 30-11 record last year? And a lot of close ones for them, but that home crowd at times could just really will them to victory.
As it did help in the series against the Clippers last year in the playoffs.
And, you know, for Houston's wins at home, a lot of it had to do with their three-point shooting. I mean, they shot an average of 35% from behind the arc at home, but kept their opponents to under 30% on the year in Houston.
Josh Smith, he's checked in for the Rockets.
And guys, this is what makes Houston so good and why they've been so good for so long. In the last 31 seasons, they've only had 2 losing seasons. Only team in the league to do that.
Now here's Lawson. He feeds it to Thornton. To the paint. Howard can't hit.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Houston.
But Steve, you know, you don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out Clark this kind of punishment.
Well, you know what? I thought they did a nice job of playing against the game. They kept the pressure on and clearly were dominant in every area.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
It sure is. It's just the 2 gamers since they're in opposite conferences, and you can bet they'll take the same approach right into game 2 that they had tonight.
And what a huge standout performance it was for James Harden. He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
They are enjoying the commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch.
Now here's Howard. Lawson outside. The Rockets with another miss. Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 15-6 run. Brown outside. Gets a very good look and converts. 8 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And here's Lawson. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and Clark the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
Well, I think these fans too, Kevin, gave their team a tremendous lift. I mean, they never gave up on them. From the opening tip until the end of the game, they were in.
Yes, I'm here with James Harden. Congratulations on this win. It was a team effort aided by this electric home crowd atmosphere. What made the difference?
We just trying to play solid defense. Talk to each other, help each other out. The crowd was amazing tonight. You know, it was unbelievable. Like I said, I'm happy for our guys. And, you know, we got a good victory at home.
Communication's so key. James, thanks for the time. Guys, over to you.
All right, Doris, thank you.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further ado, let's present to you our Jordan player of the game, James Harden.
You had a sensational night shooting the ball. Over 60% reminds me of myself. If you're shooting over 60%, you're playing smart. You're being aggressive.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure.